What is good is relative, as it relates to any given person's frame of reference. And frame of reference is often governed by experience, and most people's main source of experience these days comes off a screen or audio speakers. And then I could get into word wizardry, but my point is this. Aside from the extreme and obvious evil people, the ones who do the most unthinkably nasty acts, aside from those, most who participate in evil endeavors think they are doing good. It starts with a lot of good intent, but with little to no discernment. It's to the point where no matter how ridiculous, when people are told something is good and should be supported, so many say, "Look, I'm supporting this thing that I know nothing about, but everyone tells me is good," without me needing to do much more than say I support it. That's called signaling virtue without doing any legwork. The devil is a liar, but most don't get how tricky it is. Let's go back to the garden. Eve was tricked into being disobedient to God by convincing her to eat an apple from the one tree in the big old garden she was not supposed to touch. The snake enticed her to do this disobedient act by convincing her that if she did, she would be more like God. It could be assumed that in her mind she was like, and that's good, right? Obviously, I'm supposed to be more like God. She saw the fruit and said it was good. Not as in it looks yummy, but as in sounds like a good idea. She thought that what she was doing was good and told her man, Adam, all about it, and he did the same, forgetting that what they were doing was against God. Obviously, the moral of the story is don't go listening to any old snake in the jungle, no matter how good it sounds. And the world of fleshly desires will tell you all these things are good, when they are, in fact, a disobedience to the Creator. Some say, how could this be bad when it makes me feel so good? But here's the kicker to that story, the plot twist. God had already made them in His image and likeness and said it was good. There was no need to be more like Him in the first place. They were fine just the way they were. Many are led to believe what they do is good. It's okay to straight up ask God if it is good or not, no matter how good it looks, or even if it is actually a good thing to do. It might not even be your place. God might be like, that's good and all, but you are supposed to be over here doing this. That isn't even your purpose. This is much like a new guy trying to help on a construction site. The boss told him to go over there and bring in the materials. But the new guy thinks his time would be better spent pulling nails over there. But there's a timeline, a reason the new guy is not supposed to be pulling those nails that need to be pulled eventually. No, the team who is going to install that material will be there in a bit and only available that day. That part of the project needs to be done to move on. But here we have some well-intentioned new guy holding up the whole show because he wasn't listening to the boss.